We work hard. We play hard.
Welcome in, everyone, to Barely Educated, the podcast by Bears fans, for Bears fans. We are here to talk to you about the Chicago Bears' 8th win in their last 9 games.
Wow.
Unless my math is bad. I'm not a math major. Chris, you're the music guy. That's more mathy than what I do.
So
Am
they
I
say.
right about this?
I believe that's correct. That's 8 wins, 3 losses. So an 83 moment for the Bears. That's an inside joke. Yeah. There.
Some of your finest work sharing that. That was
Thank
good.
you. Thank you. Yeah,
Possibly
8
the only
wins.
person who has that as a GIF to be able to send to his buddies. And yet that GIF makes me almost a little sad because it's kind of like how the mighty have fallen in terms of the radio station that
I
it
hear that.
originated in.
Right.
But can I just say from the outset, I am determined about something and I'm proud of myself for it. You hear this? That's me patting my back. A couple of weeks ago, I said to myself, Self, the Bears don't suck. Stop acting like they suck. They're trying to kill you every week,
Yes.
but they don't suck. Have we forgotten so quickly that for 7 years they sucked? Then they had one good year, and then before that they sucked.
It's a lot of suck.
I kind of feel like I'm sitting there in the games and all these people are messaging me and I'm having a good time with it. And I'm kind of like, I'm not doing the negative thing. You know, I'm just not going to do it. I don't think they have, I don't know, they don't deserve my skepticism with this coaching staff and collection of talent. Is it perfect? No. Why is that the standard? The other team's playing hard too.
Yep.
Did they make every single throw? No. Did
No.
they have a drop or two? Yes. Was it sometimes sloppy and choppy? Yes. Did they absolutely stink at setting the edge at certain sections of the game? Yes. Did they outlast the Steelers? No, Dan Wiederer. Shut up.
Is that what he
They
said?
beat the Steelers.
He said outlast the
Yeah.
Steelers? Oh,
Cousin
gosh.
Nate
Cousin Nate.
sent me a tweet by him that talked about Bears outlast Steelers, crazy game, blah, blah, blah. And if he meant it in the sense of like the defense had to make a scary last stand considering all the injuries, I can kind of see what he means. But that's not what the tweet said. And maybe he'll say more next couple radio hits if there are any this week, because Thanksgiving's kind of a weird week for any of that stuff. But I'm like, and Nate pointed this out, to be fair, this was his idea first. It's like, and he's like, I don't like how he's framing this.
Yeah, I agree.
I'm like, yeah, true. Again, maybe if he meant it because of the injuries, but say that. It sounds more like it's just another way to discredit this team. And,
Yep.
and that's when I bring it all up. It's like, I'm so used to being perpetually miserable watching this team in the Matt Eberflus era and a good chunk of the Matt Nagy era and the John Fox era and the Mark Trestman era.
Stop, Lincoln, stop. No.
That I'm like, I'm not going to do it. This is my thing 2 weeks ago. I'm going to sit here and enjoy it. And I enjoyed the nonsense that was the Vikings game. Did they play well there? Not really.
No.
They did it again, though. They found a way to win. I thought that was the goal.
Yes.
The
Wait, let me check
culture's
my notes.
already
Yes.
changed.
It had, yes, that is very true. Very true.
And I think, and I'm not trying to pick on any particular fans that I'm friends with or anything. It's just kind of all of us. I just want to get this message out. Like, we need to change with it. And my kid is very good at this. She's never worried about it. And I actually pulled it off today. I was like, they're going to win this, even after the dreadful worst play of his career play by Caleb Williams.
And it
I was like,
we'll get to
I'm watching the game, unfold. And I'm like, man, the Bears are actually playing better. And that 7-point swing over the course of the game, if the rest of it lacks that kind of mistake, they should catch up, pass them, and keep the lead.
Mhm.
Would I like to win comfortably a couple times? Yes.
That'd be nice.
But I'm not going to take anything away, and I'm not going to couch it in phrases like outlasted or in phrases that take something away.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I had a high school friend of
And Dan
mine.
Wiederer has done a good job on the beat ever since we started making fun of the win now thing that Penny
Yes,
Parkins did, which
yes.
was great of Parkins. But I do think he's right about the concept of learning to win and the concept of learning to finish games. And more tangibly, the better way to look at it is situational football. It was just dumb that he was wanting them to do it in December of a year where they should be clearly tanking.
Yes, right.
That's what made it dumb. But like watching them do this with the first year coach, the second year quarterback, first year left tackle, whichever one it is at this point,
Yeah, we got
third
to
year
talk about
right
that
tackle,
too.
brand new interior who are veterans, but they're new to playing with each other. Second year, number one is he, I guess so, wide receiver, rookie tight end, rookie power back, like and a defense in that's basically a mash unit.
Yeah.
It's we should be impressed, guys. If this is what we're doing with all of that, what's it going to look like in a couple of years if the young guys improve and Caleb improves and the defense doesn't have injuries so concentrated? This is the team on the rise, and I'll make a Dan Bernstein point here, and then we can get to the game or whatever big thoughts you might have first on the bigger picture. But this is the come up that's like one of the most fun parts of being a fan.
Absolutely.
Okay, let's just bring it home to you Cub fans. The World Series win was the most fun you could have had. The year before, that was basically the come up year, or was it 2 years before?
No, it was 15. It
Did
was
you have
2015.
more fun during the regular season in 15 or 16?
Oh man, you know what? I think 15 because that
Because
was when it
16
was
had what added to it?
that had the expectation that they are gonna go for
Mhm.
a championship. Yeah.
Or
So,
or pick a sport and do this. Like the
mhm.
Hawks are doing it right now if they
Yep.
keep it up. Like, man, it's fun watching the young guys grow, and Bedard's been amazing.
Yep.
It's like that's a fun year.
And
And it
along
feels like the Bears are doing all this and there's still a lot of meat on the bone. And you could say, man, they got to play better. It's not going to last. They played bad teams. But I'm choosing to say, what are they learning from this as they go? I'm not picking them to win in Green Bay with the way that defense plays at home,
no.
but I
Agreed.
might pick them to win that game in Chicago.
Mm. Hmm.
Uh, they could beat the Eagles after what we just saw. We are
Yeah,
in
yeah.
a season we did not expect, and I just want us to enjoy it.
Well
And
said,
when
well
I'm
said.
watching the games, I'm not as mad because I'm like, I actually think they've still got a good chance. And turns out they keep having a good chance.
Yeah,
8 of 9, guys.
and
Eight of
winning in
nine. If you can't
different
enjoy
ways
that, you
too.
should probably quit watching the sport. Yeah,
Right.
good point. Go ahead.
No, I was winning in different. Like today, it was the defense that made a stop when they needed to win. It wasn't getting a field goal to win. It wasn't blocking a field goal to win. It wasn't, something like that. That maybe would have lent a better argument to outlasting. This was, the defense, the mash unit defense, as you called it, stepped up and made a couple plays at the end to
And
finish
I
it.
mean that as a compliment.
Yes,
But like,
yeah. Well,
shout out to those linebackers. They stunk at first, but they figured it out.
and that's a testament to the coaching too.
Yep, for
They're taking
sure.
these guys and saying, "All right, let's see what you can do. Let's do this, so that we'll play to what we know you can do." So, yeah, this coaching staff, man.
And we'd be hypocrites to sit here for 2 years of this pod and be like, holy crap, the coaches are terrible and coaching matters so much and ours just suck. And then get good coaching and be like, well, there's a lot of drops. It's like, yeah, there are. We'll analyze it. But I
Hmm.
wanted to preface it all with saying we're in good hands. The sky is not falling. In fact, the sun is out and the birds are chirping. And the Chicago Bears are in first place for a second consecutive week. Now, I don't know if they're going to be at the end of the year. I don't care. Go ahead and enjoy this now.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry, are the Steelers good enough to count as a real win? Like, can I get a ruling on what a real win is to
I
all the
was.
people who say it's like, well, no, they caught the Eagles when they were all mad at each other and both safeties were hurt. That doesn't count if they were to manage to pull the upset. I'm not saying I'm predicting it, but I'm not as scared as the Eagles as I was in, say, September
Or
or
eleven
the
fifty nine
Steelers
this
now.
morning.
Yeah. They won a tough game underhanded. That's to the tremendous credit of everybody involved. And I want to return to your point because we can put a really specific nuance to it. They're in a 4-game win streak.
Their second
The
one.
Bengals win was the whole offense, pretty much. The Giants, that was Caleb, pretty much. The Vikings was special teams after they kind of screwed up, but they redeemed themselves.
Yes.
And the Steelers, for just the end, I'm just talking the last 2 minutes, was a pretty solid job by the defense that last drive.
Yeah.
And so that's all the good stuff. And you should never apologize for winning in the NFL, as everybody knows. But I mean, it's really remarkable. Loss, loss, win, 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 win. 4-game win streak. Lose to the Ravens, who are doing exactly what, by the way, I said they'd do, which is
they are.
Put their foot on the neck of that division once they got their defense healthy. Although they did lose Kyle Hamilton, I didn't hear how bad it is, but he came out of the game. He's a big deal. Then the Bears go win, win, win again 4 times. Sorry, one more win. So this is their second 4-game winning streak.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
All Bears are the Bears stuff aside. That's just false because it's a different team with a different coach. How often do bad football teams have 2 4-game win streaks in the same season? I don't care who they're playing.
Right. Yep.
So give this operation a tremendous amount of credit. They keep getting it done, and they keep getting it done with the next man up and all the coaching cliches that these guys are actually good at making work.
Yeah, I have a buddy of mine from high school who, after they lost the lead, posted something like, "Well, the Bears are gonna Bears this up again." It's like, that is not this Bears team. They don't Bears things. That's not their MO.
When they lose, it's because the other team is playing hard too.
Yeah,
they might choke a game away. We're like, boy, they should have won that one. That's possible.
Sure, that happens.
But that will not take away from what they've done.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It does get harder at Philly, at Green Bay.
Yep.
They're not going to be. They're going to be like 7-point underdogs or 6-point underdogs in both those games.
Maybe not Green Bay, but Philly probably. Yeah.
Green Bay is really hard to figure out because the defense is absolutely incredible at home.
Mm-hmm.
They just don't give anybody anything at home.
Mm-hmm.
But that home game for the Bears, Packers on the road, that's a pretty interesting game.
Mm-hmm.
The Browns game is an interesting game and one you probably should win, though Myles Garrett's going to set the sack record. And the Niners are, who knows, they're the other MASH unit team.
Mm-hmm.
And look, this ain't the week 2 Lions that I've been watching on the red zone.
No,
they got it done today, but they don't look like a juggernaut that you can't handle at home, especially since their offense is quite a bit different outside over the last couple of years.
Mm-hmm.
This team's got a 65 or 6% chance to make the playoffs now. If the game that just started, Bucks Rams, if the Bucks win that game, the Bears are in first place for the conference.
So I got the roof for the
Stop
Bucks.
yourself, Dr. Jansen.
Yes. Okay. Yes. Wow, that's crazy. I didn't realize that.
I'm not sure on the tiebreaker scenarios. They'd have the same record as the Philadelphia Eagles and the Rams at 8-3. And the meme is already going around, the Tiger Woods and John Daly meme.
Yeah, I love that.
I love it. It's one of my favorites. Where the Tiger Woods is the Eagles, and they're both 8-3. It's the Eagles and the Bears. That's so fun. So, what did you think stood out about this game past all that bigger picture stuff? Let's go granular now. I don't have tons of time, but we should break down the players and all the things. Good, better, best. I mean, good, bad, and ugly.
Good, bad. Yeah, okay, yeah, and good, bad. Well, first of all, I didn't have that sense of impending doom even when they went down. And
that was another thing. Like, I guess what I'm getting at with this intro is like, I was watching the game and I'm like, I'm not all that worried.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, go ahead. I cut you off, but
that's all right. That's all right. Even though they were down, and Caleb made the worst play that he's made of his career. How
nice is it to get that out of the way and win?
Yeah,
because everybody has them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, get the win for it too. Yeah, and even looking at his stats, Caleb was passer ratings like 104 or something like that, 239 yards, 3 passing touchdowns, and we're like, yeah, he was all right, I guess.
260 total yards. Yeah. I mean, the big problem is there's still tons of yards left on the field between his inaccuracy and the inevitable couple drops every game, and you're just sitting there watching it, and you're like, Holy crap, it could be awesome if this stuff gets cleaned up.
Yeah. So I was thinking that, and it seems like on the his biggest trouble is on the horizontal passes, like the vertical stuff, especially like just the like the seam routes or the skinny post kind of things. Like those are lasers usually, sometimes overthrown when he's amped up early on. But it's like the crossing routes and like the quick little dump off to the running back or something that seems to have the most accuracy. I can't quite get that. How that?
Well, some of them he's definitely just throwing it too hard.
Yeah.
I'm coming around to that as the main reason for some of the drops. Like the one to Rome in the
Mm.
middle of the field where it's like that's a pretty good throw in terms of like layering it, but it's going 8 million miles an hour and he's just not that far downfield, so it makes it a tough catch.
Hmm.
The touch throws and I think what's happening with his accuracy and the completion percentage is the big stat that's the problem
Mm.
because that's where all the yards are, right? And that's points. Is I think he's a tick slow because he's still learning the offense in getting to the throw, which makes him throw an absolute laser. Or as people on Twitter put it, a piss missile. That's the phrase
Oh,
he uses. It's an absolute piss missile, which
I have
is
not seen
pretty
that. That's
gross.
an interesting
And
term.
so
Yeah.
the like the timing is off, and he's trying to make up for it with the velocity because his arm's incredible. But that adds to the degree of difficulty for the receivers
Yeah. Okay.
or backs or whoever. I did audibly laugh, and I shared this with you already, but I'll just mention it real quick here. When they finally completed another one of the scrambles that they got to dive to catch, and it's freaking blocking tight end Durham Smythe. That's
Yes.
the guy that catches one.
Yep. I also think that they've realized Manungai is the one when you need a couple tough yards scratched out, which is fine. You know, I think he's built for that, and Swift is better on the outside still. But I think we'll see more
Right now,
commitment to that.
Manungai is what you wanted Roshan Johnson to be.
Yes, and he's just special teams now, I guess. But
Well, he's always
yeah,
hurt. He's toast. Sorry to say.
yeah,
Not gonna spend any time on that one,
yep,
but I just had that thought. But
yeah.
Manungai again has a nose for the tough yards. Swift has been really good this year. I'm not gonna stand for Swift slander
Oh yeah,
compared to last year. It's like he's a totally different player under Ben Johnson, but he still has his limits. And Pittsburgh was clearly keying on the run. We've played a couple games where it's like the teams just stayed in the two highest safety looks for the majority of the snaps. That was not what the Steelers were doing.
mm,
So they were taking away the run more than most of the recent opponents. And it's just again, you just can't say enough good things about this kind of stuff.
yeah,
They have a coach who knows how to take advantage of either scenario.
yeah. And one other thought I had: do Poles picks look better with
Getting there.
Ben Johnson's coaching? You know what I mean?
Oh, definitely.
Like,
Yeah.
like they look like, oh, okay, this guy isn't a bum, or they just
Yeah.
the whole
It's
roster looks better. It's still a lot of the same roster from last year, but they're all playing better.
yeah, and it's the granular level too with the coaches
Mm-hmm.
playing better. Just saw a great tweet. Let me live interrupt myself. The Bears injury report for Friday, it just says our entire defense is out, but it's like the normal Bears banner, for the injury reports.
Yeah. Oh, great.
First comment, wouldn't want it any other way.
Yep.
Yeah, so like good, better, best videos are always great, but
Yeah.
it's like I think good, bad, ugly makes more sense for analyzing it. Maybe we need a different middle category, but ugly is the touchdown that Caleb gives up
Yes.
because that was just a brutal play. I don't think that even needs to be broken down any further. I thought the run game was ugly in the first half. I thought the tackling was ugly in the first half. And I thought one of the absolute most important things to mention in this game is the third quarter turnaround from top to bottom of the whole roster. They outgained them like 200 yards to 13 or
Mm.
something. And the second touchdown in that half was mostly third quarter, but the actual touchdown was the start of the fourth.
Mm.
So if you look at the box score, you're not going to see a 14, but it's really that was all third quarter yards. And that's again indicative of good coaching.
Yeah.
And I have a nugget, precise stat on that one that I have to share because it's just too good. This is from Dante Lee. Ben Johnson has been better than advertised as a head coach, even better. Already one of the best at second half adjustments. That's okay. You can stop. In passing EPA per dropback, Chicago jumps from 18th to 8th. So basically, effectiveness of the entire passing game. No, stop. I can only bear down so hard. In rushing success rate, Chicago jumps from 16th to 1st after halftime.
Wow.
So they jumped 10 spots in passing and 15 in running with halftime adjustments, essentially.
Wow. So that's good. We're filing that under good?
We're filing that under good.
Okay, all right.
Thanks for clarifying.
Oh, no problem. No problem. That's why I'm here. There was a stat on the during the game today that I didn't realize. The Bears offense is what, third or fourth right now by yards. But after their 0-2 start, they are first in the league.
Nate Tice had a great article this week breaking down the Bears offense and then basically concluding, I wouldn't be surprised if they're top 5 by the end of the year because they're trending that way by almost every metric that's predictive at all. And it's also a testament to a group that we don't talk enough about as fans as a whole. I think you and I do a decent amount, but still nothing compared to coaches and Caleb. The O-line is good.
Yeah.
And I'm going to give Ozzie Trapillo a good until the tape tells me otherwise because I didn't notice him much. Maybe he's one reason the running game wasn't as good because everyone thinks Theo's in because he's a better run blocker, which is silly when the left tackle needs to primarily protect the blind side of the quarterback. But Ozzie was good in pass pro. And the only sack Caleb took was that play in the second quarter that we all know was terrible.
And that was his fault, not the line's fault.
And maybe they didn't have their best run blocking day, but they did a great job up front against a really good front.
Yeah.
That's strength on strength, and the Bears won that matchup.
Yeah.
By and large.
Including a future Hall of Famer in TJ Watt.
Yep.
So, yeah, I agree. And I got to wonder, is Trapillo going to start even if Bennett is back and healthy?
And that gets me back to your question about Poles' picks.
Mm-hmm.
Because it didn't make sense to pick a right tackle. But if they've had the time to coach him up to play left tackle, then like if they can go into next year and they got the left tackle, that just makes so many offseason scenarios more juicy.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously you go edge in the first, and you're like, everything else is best player available for depth and because you want to hit home runs. But it's really hard to get both of those fixed in one draft. But if you only need one, that's gravy. All right. Another fun fact. This is from typically Bears troll Mark Potash, though he is kind of funny at times.
Okay.
And he's kind of trolling with this, but I loved it. The Bears are 4-3. Okay, you say, well, that's not that great. But it's a winning record, 4-3. When allowing 23 or more points under Ben Johnson.
Oh.
Including 4-1 since week 3. So their first 2 losses were 27 and comically 52 points allowed.
Yes.
And here's the point of the tweet. They were 6-82 in that category from 2014 to 2024. So he takes a decade sample of games where the Bears gave up more than 23, and they were 6-82. And I can't tell you how many times I've talked to Cousin Nate.
Cousin Nate.
Or Cousin Nick.
Cousin Nick, hello.
Or Buddy Brian. We'll just get them all done here.
Brian.
Well, former student Tim, but that was more like once this pod was up. So I'm just playing around at this point. But when we were like, if they could just score 24 points, if they could just get to the mid-20s, some of those games they lost, it would even be like, I want to know what the numbers are for like just 20, not 23. You know, how many games have we been like, 24-20, there goes another loss. And it was like pulling teeth to score. They're 4-3 when they allow more than 23 under Ben Johnson. 6-82. The 10 years prior.
That's a good turnaround, really? Yeah.
I thought he was making it up at first.
That sounds about right. We used to get excited when they would score 20. Like, hey, they're really clicking.
I remember just being like, can they just score in the first quarter? And then can they just score once after halftime games? It's a different world.
Yeah.
And it's a much happier place to inhabit. Okay, other individual players. Let's get through these
Okay.
before I got to go back into dad mode.
Nashawn Wright, another
Shout
good game.
out to Nashawn Wright again.
Still no game ball for him.
Another amazing interception. He now is tied for the league lead with his teammate.
Which
And he didn't
crazy.
get beat up on the rest of the game like he sometimes does.
Right, yes. Yeah.
Yeah, I see what you did there. And he made some very good open field tackles on some of those plays at the second half. Again, he's part of that second half turnaround is guys like him tackling better. It was driving me crazy in the first half when they'd be bottled up and then still get 8 yards and like, what just happened here?
Yeah.
So shout out to him. Also in the good, I don't really know about the bad. I got uglies and goods, I guess. Montez Sweat.
Oh,
Yeah, I know sometimes there's a tight end or a back on him. Should have had 3 sacks, forces a fumble. His season numbers look perfectly in line with what he's being paid at the moment. There was
That's
definitely a start of the year you didn't think you were going to get to that kind of a statement. Got the game ball from the coach.
Mm-hmm.
DeMarco Jackson, I don't even know if I'm saying his name right, had the green sticker and also got a game ball.
Yeah, I didn't know who
Had
that
a really
DJ
good
was.
second half.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to check the box score on this one. So 1 second.
Okay.
I'll give another shout out to a guy that I've picked on before. Jaquan Brisker played a pretty darn good game and made the game-saving play.
Yes, he did.
It's hard. Well, I don't know if he saved it. He clinched the win by batting it down. It was over at that point. Maybe they missed the kick or whatever anyway, but like he didn't let it get to that point. He had a good game, I thought.
He caused the Bears to outlast them.
The CBS Sports app has DeMarco Jackson as having 5 solo tackles and another 5 assists.
Okay.
And your boy Amun having Amun Agbangbamiga.
The greatest name on the team.
with 2 solo and 12 total.
Okay.
So that's like they filled in pretty nicely once we made the coaching adjustments, and we got to give Dennis Allen a shout out too, because I think they realized let's just play up and make this guy beat us over the top, which a certain someone had been saying the entire time during the game thread.
Yes, you were.
No, it was you.
It was me? All right.
You said it first. We agreed.
Well, I think, what I had said was...
Especially when he underthrew the go ball that Wright picked off. They should have made that adjustment sooner, probably. I don't know exactly why it took halftime to kind of do that, but it was clear at that point that Mason Rudolph's deep ball was not worth respecting to the degree that they had been.
Yeah, I did. I said make Mason Rudolph beat you, but I didn't have all the fancy the defense come up and play up like you mentioned. So all right, I'll split the difference with you.
Yeah, fair enough. Okay, I'll take it. So also good, just because we sometimes bring this up more than I think we're going to, but we do a lot of this, I guess, as fans. That's maybe makes sense. Great broadcast, other than missing the fake push play. Otherwise, the broadcast was great.
Yeah,
they had a huge stretch where they didn't commercialize, and TJ Watt or JJ Watt was really good, even though his brother was on the other team.
Mm-hmm.
And he had a great tweet about Caleb, talking about how he played well and left a couple plays on the field, and that's part of the process. And when that gets better, it's like look out, world kind. I thought he did a really good job, and it was nice that we had a game thread going, if you want to call it that, where we weren't irritated at the broadcast.
So I behaved myself. That's another.
But sometimes I am too. You are more.
Yeah.
And I thought Brady was good the other week, and I think Greg Olson. We're on a decent run of these. But I will absolutely clown Vilma or Archuleta when they're calling the Bears games.
Yes.
And I thought TJ Watt is like, this guy should be moving up the ranks.
Yeah, I totally agree.
That's my impression.
And he pointed out something. I learned something.
The trenches was fun.
Yeah.
It was fun to have that be one of the talking points.
Yeah. And, Brady
There's
was
probably good. Other goods that I'm not remembering. Tight ends, I thought, had a pretty nice game.
Oh, man. Colston Loveland's becoming a
stud. That catch when he gets clobbered and still catches it.
Yeah. And then his hurt. Like, ow.
Did he come back in? Do you remember off the top of your head?
I don't remember off the top of my head.
No, please don't be hurt. Burden getting more action is a good thing.
Mm-hmm.
And I think probably the best thing we can say about the offense, 31 points.
31 points?
Caleb's gross mistake. A couple bad throws. A couple plays we'd like him to actually catch the ball that I think are going to go down as drops. One for sure, maybe three. Not the 27 against the Giants that they had,
Mm-hmm.
but still 31 points. And very little run game,
Mm-hmm.
31 points, and a
Mm-hmm.
beat down in the third quarter, which is a turning point in the game. Coaching matters.
Yes, it does. And we have a good coach. We have a good coach.
Yes, we do.
It's beautiful.
I just can't wait to see what it looks like when the completion percentage matches Ben's
Yes.
ability
Mm-hmm.
to scheme the guys open.
Mm-hmm.
And that's a Caleb and a pass catcher's comment.
And I like that they're going to be able to keep Dennis Allen because I doubt he's going to get
I love
another
that process.
head coaching job, So, and then if they can draft an edge first round next year, with the way Montez Sweat is playing, that could radically change the entire defense rapidly next year.
Yes, and I don't know what that looks like at the end of the next year's, by the time we get to the draft. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know who. I mean, I know the top couple guys will be gone. I know Ruben Bain on Miami's going to go in the top 5, and he'll be long out of their reach. But I don't know. And now they're drafting in the 20s to keep
Yeah.
this up. I don't know
Yeah.
who's available, but
Mm-hmm.
there's always an edge there.
Mm-hmm.
Like there'll be one,
Yep.
and it'll be a decent fit, and it won't be a reach if you do it right.
Mm-hmm.
A couple other tweets for you because that's I think half the fun in the post game. Like once you win these, is like you just sit there scrolling Twitter and
Basking
enjoying
in
the
the
fan
glow, yes.
reactions and little clips and stuff from the media. Like let's see, the Bears blog guy who's been someone we mentioned in the past. I can't imagine being a fan of the Chicago Bears right now and not being utterly elated. This
Yes.
is capital everything we have wanted. If you're nitpicking details, you're lost. I don't
Mm.
necessarily agree with the last part, like details still matter, but I totally get the sentiment. Like it's more like we can do that Tuesday or Wednesday or whatever in your week that you're conversing with Bears fans. Right now, let's just be totally thrilled that we've already answered the question about the coach that we had at the beginning of the year that I said was the main thing about the year was the coach and QB. We've already got a definitive answer on the coach, and I think we're pretty close to having a definitive one on the QB.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I took that more as like nitpicking details along the lines of what Wiederer said, like the Bears outlasting the Steelers. I think that's what the Bears blog guy meant, was criticism like that. Like
Yeah,
just
probably. Yep.
finding something to
Because I'm sure he'd say,
devalue the
yeah,
win.
clean up the penalties. I'm sure he'd agree with stuff like that.
Sure, yeah.
This is a fun one too. Kristen Tanis had a tweet the other earlier today, yesterday, whichever one. No, it was earlier today. We haven't talked enough about this guy, and I love him. He's one of my favorite young players on the team. It's the unsung hero of the defense when it's cooking, which is once in a while, and then they can't get a stop, and then they do, and they're kind of all over the place because, as we know, the injuries mounting up. Jervon Dexter is a top 10 pressure rate among interior D linemen.
Wow.
You just don't, he doesn't get a lot of press on game day. He's not really in the discourse with fans. So Kristen Tanis mentioned that and a couple other things. And then just now, like an hour ago, Jervon Dexter did the eyeball emoji and retweeted it.
Oh, yeah.
That's got to be kind of cool for someone who's a really intelligent fan who's building up her own brand. And then a player is like retweeting her stuff. How cool.
That is cool. Nicely done, Christian. Yeah.
We'd be losing our minds if this happened.
I would.
Let's just be honest.
I would incontinent myself, yes.
Get her on the pod. I mean, both of them.
I'll get Jervon. That'd be great to get Jervon Dexter.
You will, huh? We'll go do it.
I would like to. I don't think I can.
All right, we have listener engagement to end the episode.
We do?
On this game.
Sweet.
Buddy Brian
Brian
wants to know, in a playoff hypothetical, now that we're in the 60s, right? This was a 30-point swing game, right? Wasn't it? Like Bears win, it's like 66% or something.
Yes, I believe so, yeah.
Yeah, versus 30, whatever, if they lose. He wants to know who the Bears could match up best and worst against. It's fun to dream, he says, about the playoffs, and
That's
I'd be
true.
interested. It'd be interesting if the discussion today is totally different by the end of the year.
That's
Who
a
would they
great
match
question,
up good
buddy
against?
Brian. Let's see.
I know who they match up horribly against.
Who's that? One of the
The
teams
Rams
tonight,
and Bucks, the
Rams?
two
Yeah.
teams playing tonight.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Because they're too good up front and they would expose the Bears secondary, I think. Well, if the Bucks receivers are healthy and the Rams just I think the Rams are the best team in football,
I
so I
agree.
don't really think it's a stretch to say that's a
agree.
bad matchup. I think we're about to find out how they match up against Philly, and I think they might match up better against Philly than we think. But are
Could
Jalen
be.
and Kyler Gordon back?
Yeah, my friend Bob back home said the Eagles are vulnerable. Maybe he's right.
We've already seen how they matched up against the Lions indoors, but I think it'll be a very different situation outdoors.
Well,
And I don't normally go for that. I'd say that because of Goff's
I was right.
track record and their offense, but especially him.
There's data on Goff in colder weather.
And here's the crazy thing. The other formidable team, the only other one that you're like, oh yeah, serious threat is Green Bay, and we all know their defense is lights out and their offense is all over the place. And then the Panthers are 6-5.
That's crazy.
The Niners, with all their defense hurt for the year, I mean, they're like our defense, but out for the year, are 7-4. We're going to play some of these teams. So one of the answers to Buddy Bryan's question is like, well, we're about to find out.
Yeah, the
But
last
I think
few weeks are going to tell us a lot. Yep.
if the Bears are in, the odds are they're not playing the Rams. Oh my gosh, what a takeaway in the Rams game. That did not just happen. Straight stole. It was the Tyreek Stevenson
just rip
Cowboys
it away.
game, except for a pass.
Who?
And he took it to the house for 6.
Oh, I'm a few seconds, or I'm a play behind or something.
The Rams are a problem.
Yes.
And then that just leaves Seattle, and I don't really know. Like, can you get to Darnold because he's a little different once? Like, if he has time, he'll pick you apart. And the Bears of the first month, I'd be like, ooh, bad matchup. But we're seeing the pass rush and the blitzes get home more. I'm not calling it a leader, saying it's even good, but they've become sort of league average in pressure. With Grady Jarrett back, Dexter we just talked about, and Sweat we talked about earlier. That's not the hot garbage they were early in the year.
Right. And in this,
it's basically the same players. They're playing much better.
And in this NFL, you want a great offense and an average defense. That you can win with a great offense and average defense, not the other way around.
I guess if you made me pick how did they do in the playoffs, if they finish this season, this is sort of trite, but I think it's still true. If they finish the season well enough to have a good enough record to host a game, I think the teams in that tier they can beat. They can, if they have a home playoff game and it's against Carolina or the Niners or a Lions team that's taken a step back and doesn't right the ship, in the hypothetical world we're doing here, Bears can win those games. I think it's very hard to see a scenario where they go into LA and win a playoff game. Or if Detroit ends up hosting the playoff game because they finished the season stronger, I don't know they can win the track meet in Detroit.
Yeah.
And maybe that's too generic of an answer, but I think it's relatively accurate. But we're going to get to see it because they're playing a bunch of these teams down the stretch yet.
Yeah, it's going to be a fun end of the season. And one more win, and they will not have any risk of having a losing season. So, beautiful. All right, should I wrap this up so you can get back to being dad? And I can go eat dinner.
Yep.
All right. Thanks, everyone, for listening. Have a wonderful Thanksgiving. Don't know if we'll get to talk to you before the next game, but we'll see what we can do. Have a great week. Bear down, friends.
The Bears are who we thought they were.
The Bears.
My Chicago Bears.
I love the Bears.